So welcome to today's Greater Life CoffeeCast. And with today being the pillar of home, today my question is, how ready are you to allow yourself to experience beauty? How ready are you to allow yourself to truly, fully experience beauty? And I ask because this is a quest I find myself on. And for so many years, I had so many beliefs about myself as a not beautiful being, as someone who was unlovable, not good enough, didn't matter, was a bad person. And with those at the core of my being, unsurprisingly, I saw no value. I took no pleasure in beauty. And yet, as you can probably hear in the background, the waves are breaking upon the shore as I walk my familiar Cornish coastline. And I notice the explosion of spring all around me. The white hawthorn blossoms in abundance. What appear to be buttercups that almost seem to have unfurled their petals and are now in retreat. I see nettles in profusion. I feel the gentle wind upon my face that you can probably hear as a breeze in the microphone. And more than anything else, I'm struck by the fact that my capacity to even describe those phenomena to you is a remarkable turn of events, is testament to the ways in which I have allowed myself to appreciate myself as someone who is lovable, who is good enough, who matters. And from that place then, to begin to appreciate the beauty that is all around. And I see the sunlight lighting up the sea. I see the roiling of the waves. That's a great word, roiling of the waves as they create a kind of walling foam around the rocks. And the clouds that roll by are both slightly tinged with grey and as fluffy as any marshmallow could ever be. And I come back to my question. How ready are you to allow yourself to experience beauty? And what role does this have to play in the pillar of home? Well, there are two levels to this. The first is, of course, that the more you allow yourself to beautify your home, and I'm not talking here about fairy lights and frills, no, because how I have come to beautify my home is with beautiful pieces of rock and driftwood that catches my eye, and with occasional bunches of flowers picked from the hedgerows. All of these are ways that I love to experience beauty. And so how you may choose to experience beauty is going to be your own recipe alone. But to what extent are you exploring that recipe? Are you living it? Are you cultivating it? For me to even get to the point where I know that it's more the weathered and the natural that offer me a sense of beauty has been quite a journey, as I've shared. And so the first level is to even recognize that the act of choosing to beautify your space in the way that you would choose is in itself a profound act of love to yourself. And that love will ripple out throughout the entire rest of your physical space. and will have a profound impact on a number of areas. Not least, of course, each of the other pillars. On your health, your mental health will be supported immeasurably by every time you walk in your door feeling like this is your space, your home, your place of love. Your happiness in both the act of choosing how you beautify your space and then walking into that beautiful space will soar. And indeed, though it may seem disconnected, your capacity to show up for your business, for your customers, will take on a whole new dimension the more you are able to appreciate what you find beautiful and to celebrate it and implement it. So that is the first level, is the impact of beautifying your physical space on every other pillar in your life. And then there is however you show up in relationships with yourself and with others. For the more you consistently make the choices of beauty, the more you show up as a different person, as someone whose heart is open, as someone who is sensitive to the unseen and the unspoken. And in that development of sensitivity to the unseen and the unspoken, then being able to meet, whether it is your romantic partner or whether it is your close friends and family, being able to be there for them, being able to hear what they truly need, and indeed being able to ask for what you truly need. All of these capacities are enhanced. And so, of course, the real question then is, what is it that blocks us from allowing ourselves to experience beauty? And there are a good number of you listening right now who may already be sneering at this idea, at the importance of beauty. Okay, so what is the part of you that feels like sneering is the best way forward, if that is the case? And there is no judgment here because, like I said at the start, for a good 35 years of my life probably, my default mode was to sneer at beauty. And I've mentioned in previous episodes just how powerful it has been to bring celebration into my life. Celebration of the small, tiny actions that are moving me towards the bigger goals that I want to achieve. And beauty goes hand in hand with celebration. To honour all that you consider to be beautiful, to actually take the time to connect with that, to allow yourself to feel into it and to be with it, is an act of celebration of life itself, and therefore an act of celebration both of who you are, of those you most love, and the space of love that you cultivate that is your home. So, if this is one of the first times that you are hearing the question, how fully do you allow yourself to experience beauty? Then today, my invitation is to carry that question with you and to allow yourself to receive information and guidance about the ways in which you block beauty, and on the flip side, to allow yourself to be open to all the ways in which you would truly love to bring beauty more fully into your home, into your relationships, and into your heart. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.